We are live. I wanted to come on and just be live with you guys. And I'm going to pull this up on my computer too so I can see if anyone chats. I doubt it. This is the first time we're trying this. I have a microphone. I've got some new gear. We're getting ready to make better videos for you guys. And one of the things that I wanted to do was coffee with dogs. I'm a little bit late this morning. Sorry. But there's a lot of people out there who either choose to or for some reason don't have friends or anyone to talk to. So that's what we're going to do here. We can be here for each other. And I don't know. Oh, I'm going to pull this up so I can see what's going on in the live. But here's Buddy. And there's Shadow. Shadow. And anything you want to talk about. I've been told I should be a therapist, but I'd rather just be your friend. So if there's anything you want to talk about or vent about or anything at all, or just be here. We don't have to talk. Just be here. So I'm going to try to find my lives. Oh, look. A friend in another mountain town is live right now. Where are we? We are live. Let me see this. No video, no audio. Excuse me. So sorry. Come here, kitty kitty. Hi, Kiki, kitty kitty. Come here. This is other kitty. I don't know what she's doing. Well, my laptop's in her little spot. She likes to sit here. Excuse me. And this here thing, see, this is not the arm of the chair. This black thing here is a grounding mat. Who's on with me? And so she likes to sit on that. I don't know if it's because of the grounding mat or because this is where she gets pets. Good girl. Where are you going? Huh? Yum. So I am in the western part of the country, and I got to drive up and down from the mountains twice yesterday, in the morning and at night. And in the morning, it was fine, really no weather. And in the last night, in the evening, it started storming. So I got to drive in snow. Last year, I drove in every blizzard and everything. But this year, you know what? Something just was telling me to not to. So I didn't take rides that I thought were abnormally dangerous. I don't know, I just got really paranoid this year. Bless you. I got kind of paranoid this year, and I don't know if it's because my son went off to college and that made me like really hyper aware of that anything can happen in an instant, but that's also just me. Are you like that? So I did get some gear so the videos that we're going to be making will be better. And I hope this is working. Can someone let me know if is the microphone? Can you hear me? Oh, well, I know you can because I can turn my volume up. I have an echo. 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 Ah. Anything you want to talk about? Anything on your mind today, darling? What's going on? I usually wear gray sweatshirt, gray. Accident. I didn't even know I did this until someone brought it to my attention years ago. This was, and I still do it. And today, in honor of our inaugural grand opening, this is kind of a soft opening, a pre-grand opening for this group. I want to make a group of people who can kind of support each other because you all are here and there are other people, and maybe you have something you need to talk about, but don't want to talk about it with a therapist and don't want to talk about it with anyone you know because maybe you don't want them to know about this or judge you. And I totally know how that is. So maybe here is the place, and maybe if you don't have something in particular you need to talk about, you can be here for others. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm phlegming this morning. Look at this pretty kitty. This is other kitty. You want your spot back? Anyway, so I was getting ready to, well, I actually did have my gray sweatshirt on. And I don't know. I just didn't want to wear gray. I really did want to stay comfy and cozy because I was like, oh, I could wear this other shirt with little ruffles. Whatever. So this sweatshirt actually kind of has meaning for me because somewhere on here it has the smiley face. Is Gail Pet 7-Eleven on? And it says do what makes you happy. And on the other side, the back, it's a big smiley face. And it says do what makes you happy. And not only is that a great message to walk around in the world, do what makes you happy, and in a nice bright sunny yellow shirt. It's kind of a faded yellow, so it's not super crazy annoying. And so I bought it and I wore the crap out of it. Okay, so one of the things that you guys probably don't know about me unless Gail Pet 7-Eleven is on. Can't see if anybody's on. I have no idea. is that I tend to get in uniform mode where I wear the same thing out. I just wear it out. Or I'll wear the same thing for a season, and then when it's not that season anymore, I have to figure out what else to wear. But it really made it very easy for me to go minimalist because all the clothes I had in my closet, I hardly wore any of them. Excuse me again. So when I bought this, it was out of character for me to buy a yellow sweatshirt. But because of the smiley face and the message, especially the big one on the back, I went ahead and bought it. And here's the deeper story. Gail Pet 7-Eleven, if you're here. So when I was a little girl, God, I don't know, I must have been 4. I don't even think I was in kindergarten. Maybe I was in preschool at the time. Maybe even before that, you know. So those are like the only happy memories of my life. So my mom and I went out. It must have been springtime or something like that, running around, whatever. We go to this little store. We only went there one time in my whole childhood that I remember. I remember exactly where it is, and I don't think it's there still today, of course, but it was, I don't even know what kind of store it was. But they had these little round ceramic smiley faces that you paint. So it's white, and you paint it with yellow and black. And she bought that for me. My mom did. I don't know where the smiley face is. I don't know. I'm assuming I painted it. I don't remember anything about that. The memory for me is my mom buying me those little things when we were out. I guess that's my love language, or one of them. I think I'm pretty well dispersed, but that little act, I like. I have a bunch of little memories that are memories in the beginning where they were evidence that my mother loved me. I don't know. Is it normal? And that was one of the times when she bought me that little smiley face ceramic thing. Another time was when we went to the nursery, like the garden nursery thing and for flowers or whatever. And she bought me a snapdragon little pod, like with 6 little snapdragon thingies in it. Of course, I took it home and snapped it to death. Tried to stick stuff in the mouth and snap, 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 snap. But the memory was that she bought me that thing when we were out. We were out running errands for her, but she bought me a thing, which I guess in my mind, like, she was thinking about me. She wants me to have fun. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, to me, those are some of the memories. And honestly, I don't think I've had a particularly traumatic life. I think I just tend to hang on to the traumatic stuff. So when I look back, I've got a lot of crap memories that I'm literally just going into my brains and erasing. I don't know if I'm going to be erasing some other stuff too. And I've warned my sons, if I lose it, I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of joking, okay? I'm not trying to be rude to anyone that is dealing with any kind of issues like that in their family or personally. But I think you know what I mean. Like, there's certain invasive thoughts and memories that you just kind of want to take a big eraser and get rid of it. So the happy memories really stand out in contrast to the rest of my brains. But I think because I do sort of, I don't know if I go from like chaos to chaos or trauma to trauma. I'm trying not to do that. I just get bored. I'm an explorer. And being that I've traveled around the country a lot from the time I was young, I was alone and very vulnerable because being on the spectrum, I'm kind of like more naive. I don't understand really when people are being sarcastic or even if they're being mean to me or even if they're being sincere at all. Really hard to discern. Some people have this great faculty where they have that discernment. I think that right there would be a great accommodation or service to offer to folks on the spectrum who don't have that discernment, like, big brothers, big sisters. It's kind of like a few months ago, I burnt my lungs with bleach. And it really bothered me that I would do that. And there were some other things that were going on at the time, but I burnt my lungs with bleach, and literally I was having a very hard time breathing for 2 weeks. I think any more exposure, and I might have ended up in the hospital because it was bad. I was gasping. It was really stupid. And it made me really upset with myself because a lot of the times I can forget about whatever disabilities I have. Okay. I've constructed my life in a little bubble so that it's not in my face all the time. But something like that, it's like I need an adult, or I need adult supervision, you know? And here I am living my life and trying to act normal. It's not working. But no, there are certain things that are common sense to other people. Okay, so going back to the discernment, going through life, and it's really important to have discernment and not get into toxic situations. And I think that's kind of like over the past few years what I've really been working on the most. Because I looked around my life at one point and realized I had a bunch of shit friends. Like they weren't even friends, and they were shit. I'm sorry to say that. I mean, you shouldn't say that about people, but you guys know what I mean. It's like um, anyone else could look and be like, why are you friends with these people? And here's the reason. First of all, this is coffee with dogs. I'm a dog too. I was born in 19. Beep, 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 beep. No, really, I was born in 1982. Oh, I'm kidding. No, I wasn't. I was born in 1970, which makes me a dog because I was born after the Chinese New Year. Okay, so I am really, really dog-like. I'm very doggy, but I'm cat-like too also. So I've got the mix going on, but I've lost my point at this juncture. Point being, new point being, I guess I tend to, although I do have trauma and I ruminate and get obsessed with these stupid invasive memories, I know that's not healthy and I'm trying to get rid of that. Um, Coming into the last few years, I realized that I had shit friends. I Googled it, how to make better friends. And I wasn't doing the things that they said to do. And I don't know why. The main thing about it is that I was letting people choose me. And I'm very much um, pack mentality in the sense that although I am a loner and introverted, a small group of people functioning together, or animals, whatever, for the greater good overall. It doesn't mean you have to live your lives on top of each other, but I like to have a cohesive group that can get things done. I think that's kind of always been one of my goals, because I have all these ideas too. And it's like I come up with brilliant ideas and I know they're brilliant because then like a few years later they come out and go crazy. It's like the thing. Um, it's the team part, having a team to delegate or share the responsibilities with, because I come up with ideas and I can implement them poorly over a long period of time. But having a team allows you to really put your best people on it. Although now I guess you can hire people off of something called like Fiverr. So now I need to hire someone to hire people, the right people off of Fiverr. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to have better videos, better content for you. Um, but I also really like this idea of getting together, even though no one's chatting. I can hear you wanting to chat. I can hear you. I know you want to say something. And there are now a few people on. So if someone has something they want to talk about, there's a bunch of us here to chit chat with you. No pressure though. But I think that especially now, there are more and more people who don't have anyone to talk to. And somehow in the past couple of months, I've been able to provide friendship to a couple friends going through some serious life situations. And both of them said to me to the effect I should be a therapist or I'm their oracle or blah, 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 blah. And I don't say that with like, hubris. I actually have heard that many times in my life. And I nearly have a bachelor's degree in psychology because I actually was going to go and be a psychologist. But I was going through a lot back in those days. And I realized, I don't need these. And I realized at the time, and possibly to justify some other things going on in my life, but I realized that psychology was very, very closely tied and dependent on physiology. So if you were going to eat a bunch of crap food, you can't expect to feel mentally, psychologically healthy. And I felt that the field of psychology was really not addressing that. And I was like, well, I don't want a psychology degree because I think if you just change the body, the mind will follow, or heal the body, the mind will follow. Fine, but still get a degree. How dumb. But I've done a lot of dumb things in my life, and I'm trying not to beat myself up over it. And you too, don't beat yourself up over it. And if there's anything you want to talk about, drop it in the comments. Let us chit chat with you. And I really don't know if there are other spaces like this because I personally have never looked. I'm not the type to join another's space. Um, I don't mean to be, but I tend to be a disruptor in other people's things. And so I've learned over the years, I've tried to, and sometimes I don't realize I'm doing something till many years later. We need those friends who are like, hey, your breath stinks. you know, more people should be willing to say that. And people should be more willing to hear constructive criticism from their friends or even strangers. It's funny because here on any of my channels, and more so on one of the other channels that I started, I was getting some criticism, and my mom comes on and watches, and she said something about the negative comments, but I probably have a thick skin. It's so funny because whatever, and this isn't funny, not funny, I don't know. Anything that someone else can say to me that they think is an insult, I've said way worse to myself. And I'm not saying I don't love myself or anything like that. I think I have a decently healthy relationship with myself. But at the same time, I've gone through some stuff, right? You've gone through some stuff. And there's literally nothing anyone can do to me or say to me here on YouTube that would change my day, I don't think, honestly. And it's not like people don't matter. Okay, I take that back. Pretty much anyone could come on and drop in all kinds of beautiful, friendly, wonderful comments and have an uplifting conversation, and that would 100% change my day and everyone else reading and watching. Even if there was a discourse between two of the commenters and all of them, without me still uplifting, it would change my day. But if someone tried to come on and troll, not only doesn't it change my day, but really that's why I started this channel, is kind of like for that reason. Trolls need love too. And I don't want trolls here, but what kind of person goes around and does that? Okay? That's someone who is literally in pain, fear. All right? They're in fear, they're in pain, and that's all they've got. So I don't I don't really get mad at trolls. I feel really bad for them. You know, I admit there have been times where I was out, commenting, and I'm like, wow, I'm being really negative, or, I'm not spreading peace and love and happiness. Let me just get out of here, you know? And I try to kind of let everybody in that chat know, because people will jump on a troll, right, and start attacking. And that's what they want. They want the attention from people, but that's the wrong kind of attention. So I always try to put in there, trolls need love too. And you might think I'm being sarcastic. And maybe, but no. Trolls too need love. Anything you want to talk about? Who do we have here? One. It keeps going up and down. It's funny. No one's in the chat, doopy doop. No one's in the chat, doopy doop. Buddy wants you guys to chat. He's waiting. He's looking at the keyboard. See, look. Like, no one's chatting. Even other kitties ready to answer your questions and take your calls. But no pressure. Seriously. If you need someone to talk to, come here and talk to me. Sometimes it's easier to talk to strangers, faceless strangers. I always found it easier to have difficult conversations in relationships over the phone, because I found my facial expressions and body language distracting. They sent the wrong message. Oh. It's like March 30th or something. So I guess I'll just tell you guys about the channel. Okay? Sorry if I've got a bunch of, I literally just got out of bed. I tried to stay in bed. I tried to just keep sleeping. And the reason is because I haven't been able to sleep. I think I sleep for like a few hours, and then it's just like freezing, boiling, freezing, boiling, freezing, boiling, freezing, boiling. Sheets on, sheets off, sheets on, sheets off, clothes on, clothes on. Oh my God. Then I'll finally get into a groove of sleep, and then it's like the morning starts, and now I'm up. And I don't know. I changed my blankets around, and that helped. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do to go to sleep. What do you do to get to sleep? Giddy. So there's a window right behind you, and this is where I sit in the morning. Normally, those blinds are open so I can see outside too, but it's cloudy outside. There's this winter storm up in the mountains. Oopsie, your ear is in my coffee. Oh, no. You got me. Seriously, like, got me with coffee. You're a funny boy. All right, I'm going to put these on. Check out what's going on here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, look, smiley face. Yay! Yep, it's a shampoo day. I'm a little bit funky. I've been trying to do different stuff with my hair, like not cut it, not brush it, take it, easy, and it's been growing much better. It wasn't growing for years, and then a girlfriend of mine told me a secret. She said, "Stop cutting it." Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, sorry. Got the microphone here. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh. This is my usual look. I just thought I would look more inviting without a hood. You can't quite see, but right here behind Shadow's head, you see some flowers poking out. You guys, these flowers anywhere else would be what, $15? They're $5 at Trader Joe's. Beautiful stargazer lilies. They smell so good. They are literally the best flowers ever. Trader Joe's. Let me show you. I just have to show you. Hold on. Ooh. I'm going to try to do this without messing everything up. Oh, there they are. That's a lot of flowers. I guess I could have brought them here. Now I've screwed everything up. Hold on. Okay. All right. Doggies, come back to me. So see this? I told you about the grounding mat a little while ago, but maybe none of you were on. This is a grounding mat so that you are grounded. You can put it on your feet. I put it here because I sit here and have coffee, so I put my hands on it. The kitty likes to sit on it. But this is also a grounding sheet. So I put it here so that if a dog is sitting on it and I touch the doggie, well, first of all, the doggie is grounded. I think dogs need to be grounded just as much as we do. And then we're all grounded because we're grounded. See? This is Shadow. Yes. Come here. Come here. Come here. Crawl, 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 crawl. Yeah, good boy. Shadow is Shadow at belly scratch. Shadow is a Plot Hound Pyrenees Border Collie Lab. So this brindle you see, the white and black brindle, that's the Plot Hound. Plot Hound is the state dog of North Carolina. Now, he's a little big for a Plot Hound, and he's got small ears. The Plot Hounds usually have pretty much bigger ears, but not necessarily as big as like a Coonhound. He's got more of like the Pyrenees ears, and his behavior is very Pyrenees. Kind of annoying at times. Pyrenees are perimeter guard dogs, and they have this thing they do where they'll charge up to you and be like, "Wow, wow, wow, wow. and they look like they're going to kill you, but they just stand there and bark at you and kind of like charge you and get you to back up off their space. So he's a Pyrenees Plot Hound Border Collie Lab. Now, Buddy here, who might come up on the couch, hey, come here. He's the same mix, but he looks more like a big short-haired Border Collie. He's like a Border Collie Lab, but he's got that thick Pyrenees undercoat, also annoying. I'd say Pyrenees, unless you actually need them for a guard, they're just not the best house dogs, honestly. Too much fur and too guardian. But, at this time in my life when I got these dogs, I was thinking, you really shouldn't buy a purebred dog from a breeder or anything like that. But honestly, there's a time and a place. Being that these guys are needed for service, it would have been better and easier just to get a lab. I didn't know. But in the videos, you'll see I have a short about it. I could do a long about it, about breed matters. Breed matters. I don't know why I didn't get that, because I had labs before, and I guess I just thought dogs are dogs, but that's stupid. So now I really understand, they're literally bred to do specific things and have desires to do specific things. And you have to honor that. This guy here, Shadow, he would love nothing more than to be on a ranch, running around the perimeter, running all day long, guarding the perimeter, guarding the livestock. And because he's got that plot hound in him too, just sniffing everything. Absolutely sniffing everything. And he does have a bit of a prey drive, which Pyrenees do not have a prey drive. He's got a bit of a prey drive, but we can have a cat because it's pretty minimal. Once in a great while, he'll take off after her. I don't know if she flipped him off or why that happens occasionally. And then Buddy, I'm hungry. Buddy, come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here, Buddy. Walk on Shadow. Crawl over him to me. Okay, never mind. See, here I need the remote, but you're actually on a new iPod. You're on a new tripod called a gimbal. Well, it's a gimbal that's on a tripod. The phone's on the gimbal's on the tripod. Well, so this gimbal thing, I can't use it when I'm going live. But if I was using it, when I move, it would track me and follow me, and I'd be able to go like this, and it would go, whoop, and you'd be able to see what's over here. Super cool. We've made a tiny, affordable little investment in the channel. When I say we, I mean me. It's just me. Me and the dogs. And my son Joey, he's been having fun with some of the gear. We got a little bit of gear because I see the value in growing this channel. We have over 800 subs right now, which thank goodness, thank you. I don't know what you're subbing for. I don't know, I can see which videos, but I don't know why those videos. The other day I put up a non-content related video and it was my top video it's got so many subs. I can't believe it. I'm like, how am I going to weave this in to my content for my subscribers? But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep posting and you guys just, hang out with me. That's really all that it is. God, I'm starving now. I guess it's time to eat. What time is it? I can't see. What time is it? It's 9:57. Excuse me. I'll stay until 10. If there's any final requests, please. Any questions, burning questions that you have that you would like answered, put them in the chat. And we will help you in your dilemma or predicament. Anything. Actually, the dogs will. We'll consult with the dogs, see what the dogs have to say. And Kitty. Kitty, 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 can you give good advice? Huh? Are you good at giving advice? But I plan to jump on at different times throughout the day and go live because there's a few different times in my day. It could be at different times, but a few activities during my day that I think people would like to be privy to or learn from, like lifestyle types of things. Because I'm so sensitive, I'm like a canary is annoying, yes. A canary is someone who is like the first person to notice or react or whatever. It's from when they would take a bird, a little canary in a cage down in the coal mine as a gas detector or an oxygen. You know, if the canary goes quiet, you look over and he's dead. You need to get out of there because you're lacking oxygen. So that's what it means when people say the canary or the canary in the coal mine. And so when people are canaries, it's because they're sensitive. So I'm a canary. I've always been like that. In a lot of different kind of ways. I see trends years before they're coming, and I not only trends but just like knowledge. I'm one of those conspiracy theorists, but like the majority of the stuff that people called me a conspiracy theorist about resulted in it becoming actual conspiracy. Like we know now it's conspiracy. So anyway, I'm going to probably jump on. So hit notifications if you want to know when we will be live. I'd like to do coffee with dogs in the mornings, but who knows? Maybe I'll jump on throughout the day. And there's other things I would love to share with you guys about dogs and other things. I know that people are very interested in the doggy diets, the dog rules for good handlers, going out and just the basics. I think we need more of that. You know, there's a lot of attention to trainers like the dog daddy with aggressive dogs, and that's all great. But you know what the real problem in the world with dogs is? It's that everyday people with their pets just don't even have basic training. So I'd like to put some basic training out there for anyone. So by all means, you know, and I'm working out the style and everything. After a little while, these different videos at different times will have their own kind of branding and everything, because what we want to do right now is start not only this community, but to monetize this channel, because this is like literally the only thing I can do anymore full time. I just am interested in this. I like the idea of growing this. I've been in media pretty much all my life, and I just don't want to go out in the world anymore and deal with what's going on out there. I'd rather sit here and talk to you. Although you're not really saying very much. That's okay. No pressure. Just, I guess it's 10:01 right now. So I suppose we can say goodbye. Everybody needs to eat. The dogs need to eat. I need to eat. What am I going to eat? Oh, look at that. I got kisses. He's the best kisser. All right, guys. So that's funny. That's one of those weird things that they warn you about being on the spectrum, not have like the transition from like being here to not being here, that whole part where you say goodbye. I really don't know how that works. You're like, bye, click. Hang up here. If I hang up here, we'll probably find out that I am one of the viewers. Am I? Is it going to go down now? Hold on. I have to fold this up so I can sit. See, I just lost a viewer, which is myself. It's like meeting myself in the multiverse. Okay. Click, click. Hang up now.